When setting up a trust, one of the most important decisions that you're going to make is who to name as a trustee. Now, most families default to naming a relative, which is someone that they know and trust. But trust doesn't always mean that they're going to be ready to manage real money, real taxes, or real pressure. And when conflict is on the horizon, well, that decision could cause more harm than good. Hi, I'm Fransua with AVID Esquire Group. I'm an estate planning attorney, and welcome to Law Simplified, where we make the law work for you and your family. If you want practical, proactive advice to protect your legacy, your business, and your loved ones, make sure to subscribe for more insights. Now, let's break down why naming a professional trustee might be the smartest and most protective move for your family, especially if things could get messy. So what does a trustee actually do? Well, a trustee is legally responsible for managing trust assets, following your instructions you lay out in the trust, handling taxes, keeping financial records, and making distributions to beneficiaries. It's a job that demands financial literacy, organizational skill, and emotional distance, especially in families with strong personalities or complicated dynamics. Now, one of the most common traps we see is, I trust them. Well, we often see families name a sibling, an adult child, or a close relative simply because they're trusted. But here's the thing, trust doesn't always equal readiness or expertise. Too often, we end up teaching a well-meaning relative on how to manage IRAs, deal with taxes, file fiduciary returns, and handle emotional beneficiary calls, all while they themselves are also grieving or juggling their own life. That learning curve isn't free. It costs time, stress, and money. So when conflict is anticipated, a professional trustee can take the heat. Now, naming one sibling to manage money for the others often leads to resentment. Even the most responsible family members can feel attacked or burned out. But when a neutral third-party fiduciary is in charge, they become that buffer. The professional can make the hard calls, they can enforce the rules, and they can keep the peace without pitting sibling against sibling. Now, there are 4 key benefits of naming a professional trustee. The first is expertise. They know the legal, tax, and financial systems inside and out, so there is no hand-holding required when they are appointed. The second is objectivity. Generally, professional trustees are going to be neutral. They're not going to play favorites within the family, and they're not interested in the family drama. The third is continuity. With a professional trustee, they don't get sick, they don't move away, or they don't disappear. Your trust stays managed no matter what life throws at them. And the fourth comes down to accountability. They're going to be bonded, they're going to be insured, and they're going to be legally held to a fiduciary standard, unlike a cousin with a checkbook and Google. So if there's something goes wrong, there are ways for us to get remedies. Here's a professional tip I like to give. Name a professional trustee to serve as a backup. Now, if you still want to name a trusted relative first, that's fine. But consider naming a professional fiduciary as a final successor. That gives your family members the options to resign if the role becomes too complicated and ensure that there is a capable fallback who is ready to step in and take care of the trust. Yes, there's going to be a cost, but it is often cheaper than the alternative. The fee for a professional trustee is often less than the legal, financial, and the emotional costs of a poorly handled trust. For many families, it's a smart investment in peace of mind. If you're unsure what's best for your family dynamics, contact us at AVID Esquire Group. We'll walk you through real-life examples and help you make a choice that protects your legacy and your loved ones. Like this video if it helped, subscribe for more estate planning strategies, and leave your questions in the comments. I personally check them out and would love to help. Thanks for watching. I'm Fransua, and I'll see you in the next video.